guys, so for this review Thursday I thought I'd do something a little bit different than normal. I've done reviews on movies, I've done reviews on shows, on products, subscription boxes, but the one thing I have not done a review on is books. Yes, the wonders, all wonders of books. The things you have to read in school, things that books that are usually made into movies and shows. Books, the dreaded books, I know. But unlike most of you out there, I am actually a really big, and when I say big, I mean like big, book lover. And I've always kind of been more into the comical, romance, sci-fi kind of side of books. And one of my favorite books actually would be So I know what most of you are probably thinking. Oh my god, she doesn't have vampire friend, oh my god, Run for the Hills, Twilight, Vampire, blah blah. Let me just say first off, I am not a big over the moon kind of person for vampires. They're okay, I'm not a huge fan of them. And actually, this is my favorite series, but it wasn't to begin with. And then when it first came out, I didn't read the book because, like everyone else, all I heard when the book came out was vampires. And that like shut me down right away. But then I went back a couple years later and I said, you know what, I'm gonna give it a try. I'm gonna read it, see if I like it. Read it, it was okay, but I put it on the back burner. I said it's not amazing or anything like that. Then I went back 2 years later and I read the books again and I fell in love with it and I went and I read the rest of the series and it became my favorite series. So yeah, anyway, I know most of you guys are thinking, oh my god, vampires! Oh my god, Run for the Hills! But it's nothing like what you would expect of a vampire series books, because it's not your normal average vampires. They don't run, turn Miss Glamour people, none of that. I mean, there is some in there, but it's not like that. It's actually, even though it's mostly about vampires, it does really focus more on friends and like family and love and heartbreak and, you know, things that everybody can relate to. And I really relate to that, and I really kind of connected with the story, and that's really one of the reasons my favorites. Not that because of the vampires, not because of the hot boys they describe in the books, it's because of the main core of the story, which is a 16-year-old girl who's given all these amazing powers and responsibilities, but like every other teenage girl, she has her romance problems, she has her friends' problems, she's trying to figure out who she is, where she wants to go in life, and at the end of the day, she's just a teenage girl. She's very confused about life itself, and her problems range from everyday girl problems like hair, makeup, and boyfriend drama to the out of the blue random problems, which is trying to save the world. And I kind of like the idea of them making heroine, because I'm always for the heroines. Whoop whoop, heroines rock. I love them. I am so for them. I'm a huge, not a huge feminist, but I am definitely all for the vampires that are females that are the heroes. That was like one of the things that took it over top for me. But the fact that it was so relatable, it was also a really big clinch for me. And the fact that she's not like your average heroine who just kind of knows what to do and kind of saves the day and goes off into the sunset. That's not what the main character Zoe is about. Zoe is your average, everyday kind of moody teenager who has absolutely no idea what she's doing at all, but she does know that she will do whatever it takes to save her friends and her family, even when sacrificing herself. And not only that, she kind of has this bond with her old boyfriend from childhood, her childhood sweetheart, and instead of like with most characters where they kind of like go from romance to romance and they just kind of forget the old characters, this book it kind of is so real, because the truth is you never really forget your first love, and unlike other books they kind of try to push it off to the side and they go romance, that this series isn't that. It still holds that it kind of still shows the fact that, you know what, she may be in love with one guy, but she will always have that kind of special connection with the first guy she ever met and fell in love with. And it goes into the fact that showing the kind of rivalry almost, but that then it turns into friendship, between the two guys, and it kind of shows the strength of loyalty, and it's just a really amazing series. It definitely does get a little bit into more adult topics, but it mostly stays pretty much PG-13, so it's pretty good. And not only that, was amazing topics like loyalty, family, friends, growing up, their responsibilities, and changing. One of the biggest things is change, and obviously for vampires it means going from a fledgling to an actual vampire. But not only that, it covers all of the changes that we all face. Changes between who we love, changes between friendships, changes between teachers and students, changes from the inside who we are, what we believe, what we want out of life, everything. And it really does definitely, even though it is a vampire book, and it does definitely hit home. And it just has some really cool elements, like the fact that these vampires do, a lot of them have really cool powers, and not only that, they actually make one of the vampires, this is a little bit of a, they do actually have a lot of humans that save the day, so I thought that was really interesting, and it definitely branches out from the average that a vampire. They don't have the same, like, glitz and glamour powers that all the other vampires you read in all the other books have, and they do have various types of vampires, and not only that, they kind of show the vampires going to school, which is, I thought, another great thing, because you never see vampires going to school unless you watch Vampire Diaries. That's the only other show that has vampires going to school, and unlike that show, they actually have vampires being vampires / normal students, and they don't hide it or anything like that, which I thought was great, and they kind of show different perspectives, and they kind of don't stay in one place. And the better thing is that they show you the life of the entire school, not just one person. It may be the rise of one person, but it's everyone. You see everyone, the teachers, the students. You see how they all go through life and change and grow. And this really, I was really excited about that. And you get to see the humans in their lives and how they interact with the vampires. And you see the humans saving the day, not only the vampires. And you don't only see this only vampires. You see humans, you see werewolves, you see vessels, you see gods, goddesses, you see everybody, pretty much. It's a big family reunion. So I was really excited about this series because it's really more expansive than the average vampire novel, which is why I was so excited to read it, even though I'm not a huge vampire fan. So, yeah, anyway, I'm definitely giving this novel and this series a thumbs up of approval. If you guys want to read a vampire novel that's not only about vampires, and it actually is more in-depth than the average vampire novel thing, or if you don't like vampires but you may want to give a vampire novel a try, this is definitely a series I would definitely recommend for you. And I would definitely go in order because I was just get a little bit confusing. There's some series out there that you could skip books. Doesn't work that way in this one. There are a couple novels where you can, but there are certain little tidbits in each novel that relates to the previous novel, and if you haven't read the previous novel, you will get entirely confused and not understand life itself. So, yeah. But anyway, if you guys want to read this book, you can get them any library pretty much. I know they have a lot of different bookstores, and the really great thing about this particular series is it's written by a mother-daughter team, which I thought is so cute. You don't see mothers and daughters doing things together anymore. And not only that, it's written about in the South, Oklahoma, and they have a lot of animals in this, which I thought was really fun for animal lovers. If you guys are big cat lovers, you'll look like this. I thought a little interesting tidbit about this story is that in the story, and the cats choose the owner, it's not the other way around, which I thought was really cool. So, and not only that, it's written about being in Oklahoma, but they also live in Oklahoma. That's not something you see every day either. So, yeah, anyway, make sure, guys,